What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com bringing home the bacon NBA DFS video because I talked too much according to the comment yesterday. We have a full slate right now, and then tomorrow we have the championship of the cup, and then Wednesday we have no NBA content. There's no games, and then we'll be back Thursday. So today is the last day until Thursday, but we're very excited because we got a ton of NFL content coming your way. We've got MMA, we've got PGA, we've got it all for you. So if you've never checked out the website, check it out right now on your screen. We have giveaways every single video. If you've never been here before, here's how to win. Like this video, be a subscriber to the channel, and leave a comment. The comment picker has to have a comment to pick the comment. If this video gets at least 50 likes, you have a chance at a free week of FTA Plus. 100 likes on the video, a free month. 150 likes, a free year. 200 or more likes on this video, a chance at a $500 lifetime pass. Second way to win. Somewhere in this video, I'll say a keyword or key phrase. Be listening for it, type that in, and have a chance, a second chance to win a free week of FTA Plus. So last video, yesterday's video, 33 likes, so we did not hit the 50 likes, but we have comments about the keyword or key phrase. So we are going to run that right now and see how many of you have a chance to win. So let's do that. Not a ton of comments, but the keyword or key phrase yesterday was in sync, and that is what we're going to see. So the winner is Nope. Didn't have the keyword. Thank you for the comment, but did not have the keyword in that. Okay, another comment. Curry's not a defender. Nobody said Curry was a defender. And Marty. Yes. Marty decided to let us know that he was taking the Browns to the Super Bowl and everything else. But Marty, you did not have the keyword. Marty, you did not have the keyword. That's why you need to put the keyword in your comments. Ghostface, this is wild. Everyone leaving comments, which I appreciate, but no one has the keyword. There you go. NY Stiegel, congratulations, you had the keyword. Welcome to the winner circle yet again. So, the third and final way to win a giveaway here, follow this YouTube channel, which is down below, doing big things. It's about just the history of everything. So give us suggestions. We'll make a video podcast about the history of blah, 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 blah. So every 50 subscribers here, until we get to 500, we're going to give away a free month of FTA Plus. That is a month of every sport, not just NBA. So I wanted to put that there. So again, the link is down below. It's the history of 23 subscribers. We got 5 of you to subscribe yesterday. I think we can continue that today. So congratulations to all of you. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over each position. Since we have at least 5 games on the slate, we're going to give you 3 top, 3 mid, and 3 value picks at each position. On top of that, we'll kind of talk about some things, and we'll build a lineup on DraftKings, we'll build a lineup on Fanduel, and we'll build a lineup on Yahoo. So I have asked you guys for suggestions of what you guys would like to see in these videos. And I had a great comment yesterday that said need to be talking about pace of play, which is exactly what we have in when we do our simulations, but I guess we don't talk about it enough on these videos. So that's what we're going to do here. So the top 3 games to focus on pace of play in this 6-game slate. Chicago versus Toronto's got the highest over-under, 239.5. Chicago's got a pace of play of 104.33. Toronto has a 99.37. The second one is Denver versus Sacramento, over-under 237. Pace of play, Denver 101.62, Sacramento 98.6. And then third game, Utah at the Clippers, 224.5 over-under. Pace of play for Utah, 98.87. The Clippers, 97.74. So obviously the higher the pace of play, the more the ball gets down the court, the more chances the scoring's higher. That is why the over-unders are there. So if you are ever confused about pace of play, the majority of the time it's going to be the highest over-under on the slate because NBA or Vegas knows what they're doing. So that being said, we're still going to give you these plays, but then if we need to, we will go through and we will give you everything else. The link to our Discord is down below, which you can find our core plays and value plays there as well. So let's take a little gander. We've got a lot of questionable guys, a lot of outs already, but these are our simulation, or these are our projections through the first 10,000 simulations. So looking at the point guard position, our top three, Cade Cunningham at 50 to 52 fantasy points, a projection of James Harden at 47 to 50, and Tyrese Maxey at 46 to 50 fantasy points. Mid-tier picks for the point guard position, Keontae George here, 29 to 32 fantasy points, Karis LeVert 27 to 30, and Russell Westbrook at 25 to 30 fantasy point range. And then trying to find some value at point guard, we can go down a little bit, just depends on how far down you want to go. Lonzo Ball, see how, I love the pace of play here and the over-under. The minutes are going to be what's going to get him, but we're about 22 to 24 out of him. Davion Mitchell about the same, 22 to 24, and Terry Rozier right around 20 fantasy points. Then we move on and we go down to the shooting guard position. Cam Thomas, out. Levine, questionable. Clarkson, questionable. Braun, questionable. A lot of players in or out already. So, looking at this, the top one at the shooting guard position right now is Donovan Mitchell at 42 to 45 fantasy points. Zach LaVine, questionable. If he plays, I do like him right around 40 fantasy points. Brandon Miller, about 36 to 40 fantasy points himself. Mid-tier picks, we've got, depending on where we're at, Grady Dick here, or Kobe White at 34 to 38, Grady Dick at 32 to 35, and Jaden Ivey about 32 to 35 as well. Trying to find some value here. We do have Jacoby Walter for Toronto if he gets the minutes, 22 to 24. Chris Dunn, 20 fantasy points, and Duncan Robinson, 18 to 22 fantasy points. Moving to the small forward, we got RJ Barrett at 50 fantasy points, Paul George at 42 to 45, and DeMar DeRozan at 39 to 40 fantasy points. Moving to mid-tier for small forward today. Again, it depends on where we're at, but the pace of play of this game I love. We got Michael Porter Jr. at 32 to 35, Keegan Murray on the flip side of that, 27 to 32, and then Jalen Wilson at 23 to 25. Now, it's very hard to find some value right now. Again, value will open up throughout the day. That's something we have to watch. So we do the early simulations here. Then value will open up throughout the next 10 hours. So about 2 hours before tip-off is when I tell you, go check out FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. Go check out all the things under the NBA tab, simulations, projections, stuff like that. Value that I'm looking right now, Malik Beasley right around 22 fantasy points, Cody Martin right around 20, and then Amir Coffey, if he gets in there, he's under 4K on DraftKings. We're looking right around 20 fantasy points. Get to power forward. Not a ton. Not a ton. I'll put it that way. Cam Johnson, 36 to 40 fantasy point range. Evan Mobley, right around 36 fantasy points. And Jimmy Butler, right around 36 to 40 range there. Drop it down a little bit. Mid-tier here, it's power forward. Miles Bridges at 32 fantasy points. Aaron Gordon at 32. And Jonathan Mogbo, right around 29 to 32 points. And then come down value-wise, not a ton. Oscar Thompson for Detroit, about 20 fantasy points. Noah Clowney for Brooklyn, about 18 to 22. And then Josh Green, right around 18 to 22 as well. Then we move to the center position. Jokic at the top. Got him project. I love this matchup. The highest over-under, or the second highest over-under, the second highest pace of play game. Jokic here, 68 to 72. Now, if we see if he's played Sacramento this year, has not. But he's coming off of a bad game, 30 minutes. 30 minutes, 12-5, 30.25. He did let people down. I think he bounces back in this one. I think he plays more minutes in this game. You can just see they were up a little bit there, so he sat a little bit. If this game stays competitive and stays close with Denver and Sacramento, they are thinking it's currently a 1 to 1.5 point spread, which means the game should stay close the entire time, which is exactly what we need. Sabonis in that same game, flip side, 55 to 60. If you could get both of them in there, if we could find enough value to get both Jokic and Sabonis in there, I think we could have a high-scoring game here. Bam Adebayo right around 48 to 52. Mid-tier, Andre Drummond should see some run here because Embiid is out. 33 to 35 fantasy points at 5,500 is perfect. Walker Kessler right around 32 to to 35. Nick Claxton right around 30 fantasy points. Trying to find some sort of value here. If you want to go down even further, Day'Ron Sharp right around 20 fantasy points at 3,700. Isaiah Stewart right around 19, and Noah Clowney or Kelly Olynyk right around 20 to 22 fantasy points. So those are just some of your picks, not all of them. If you want to see the rest of them, all the projections, all the simulations, the cheat sheet, the matchup tool, the lineups, everything, we've got you. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. And the keyword or key phrase today, maybe some of you have seen it. I've tried to flash it a little bit. Nail polish. Because I have a 4-year-old that insisted on painting my nails, which I don't enjoy. But she wanted this hand. I said absolutely not. One hand is it. So the key phrase or key word, nail polish. And all right, let's see if we can build some lineups here. So we're going to build one DraftKings, one Fanduel, and one Yahoo lineup. I wanted to see, looking at the pace of plays that we have, looking at the over-unders, and looking at the kind of matchups, I want to see if we're able to build a decent lineup using both Sabonis and Jokic. Now, we have to find some value. Value will open up throughout the day. There's not a ton right now. These are early projected lineups. These can and will change if there are certain players, listed in or out. Now, Ron Holland here, this is going to be, or is it Rondae? I can't remember. Ron, yeah. The game log wise, he's coming off a really good game. The minutes are there. The fantasy points are very weird for him. But if he could get a little bit of run, if he could get 20 minutes in this game versus Detroit, I kind of like this. So he's obviously a value pick here. We've got another one here. We've got Jokic we're paying up for at the center position. Kobe White. I love Kobe White in this matchup against Toronto here. Pretty middle of the road for DVP, but I'll still take him. Aaron Gordon in that same matchup, and we're still able to get Sabonis in there. I don't mind this lineup at all. So if you guys use these lineups and win big, and if you want to tip us, that's awesome as well. But these are early lineups that we are looking at. These are early lineups through 10,000 simulations. So there's one. There's the FanDuel lineup that I built. Able to get Kobe White in there, able to get Jokic in there, able to get... we got Aaron Gordon, we got Mogbo, we got RJ Barrett, Karis LeVert. So we didn't get Sabonis in there, but we were still able to get in Jokic, and we paid down for LeVert, we paid down for Drew Smith, we paid down for Mogbo. We are good everywhere else. And if it is not pronounced Mogbo, first off, my apologies. Secondly, I do not care because I do not need to know how to say their names to give them projections. I'll just put that out there. But Yahoo, we're able to get both of them in there. Or we're able to get Jokic in there. And then I put Drummond in there. So I think Drummond with his price, it has got some value today, especially with Embiid out. So Drew Smith, Malik Monk, Milton, Barrett, Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson does have the questionable tag, I think. No, he doesn't. He's good to go. That's Cam Thomas. Andre Drummond, Jokic, we've got it all there. So your three lineups are there. Yahoo, FanDuel, and DraftKings. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, get those down below or hit us up in the Discord, which is absolutely free. And by the time you watch this, the Monday Night Football breakdown should be out there. There are 2 games today. I think we're only going to be doing the showdown, but will depend on what you guys are looking for. So there you go. There's a lineup for FanDuel, lineup for DraftKings, and a lineup for Yahoo. Any questions? Let us know. Good luck today in the NBA, and let's bring home some bacon. Peace.